If you and I love God and love our neighbors, we'll have a lifetime's worth of work to do. Hi there, Spirit 1053. My name is Erica. I'll never forget my friend Pastor David saying that, and I think about it often. Today, we've got a very special guest who is all about loving his neighbors in Kent. Matt Roark, my friend, is here from We Love Kent. Welcome to the morning show, Matt. So what is this? What do you guys do?
Oh, man. We Love Kent was founded in 2020 during COVID. And I just, simply God called me to do it. Basically, what happened is, lots of people were in need, and we just decided to, I just decided to say, hey, let's start a thing called We Love Kent. We're going to take ownership of our city and just help people out in times of need. And between 2020 and even now, we're still serving people. We have served probably over 70 million pounds of food into the community, which is amazing, with many, many partners and agencies around the region, especially in Kent and beyond. And so basically, what we did is, I read a book called We Love Our City. It's from the Father's House Ministry down in California. It kind of takes after the Dream Center. I don't know if you're familiar with the Dream Center, but basically what this book talked about that really caught my eye is we are to simply reach, love, invest, restore, and champion the lives that nobody else cares about. And you will be amazed at how God will keep broadening the road beneath you and opening doors that no man can shut.
Wow.
I love that part because it's such a backbone of what Seattle and this region needs. Is like I look back and I'm grateful for what God has done, but I also look ahead and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful what God will do this year, and how can we be helpful as neighbors. A lot of the times in our community, we know that there's challenges in our neighborhood. And so how does the church respond in those times? Yeah. So basically what we have done is, we're adopting blocks around our church, picking up trash. Maybe your church is involved in an after-school program. How can the church adopt a school? You can go talk to the principal and say, hey, can we provide winter coats? Can we provide an after-school program? Can we provide snacks? It doesn't take much for the church to take back their city for the gospel because that's what the church is about, right? It's not the government's responsibility. It's the church's responsibility to get involved in their neighborhood. And basically how We Love Our City was founded and We Love Kent is like we're going to take responsibility for our city and own it.
Awesome. It makes so much common sense, and it's beautiful. So you've been doing this for 5 years. Do you have a favorite story about something God has done? I know it's probably like picking a kid, but something that you love to tell that God did through We Love Kent.
We were a part of an organization, my wife and I, for about 6 years called Apartment Life. And basically what they do is they set teams of young adults and maybe some families in apartment communities and just love on their neighbors and do events. Through Apartment Life, We Love Kent was birthed as well, so it's a beautiful partnership right there. And part of the way we did apartment ministry is we set up a food pantry at our apartment complex in Kent. And so what that entitled is we had 3 garages full of food, some refrigerators that were donated, and then it moved into the gymnasium at the leasing office because the leasing office decided, hey, this is a great, awesome opportunity. And so we served out of that gym for a good year and a half because it was shut down because of COVID. And we served roughly around 250 to 300 people all over from the community every 2 weeks on a Thursday night. And we gave out truckloads of food and resources and clothing and food and stuff. And so, it takes, a village, but we did it. And God, we got to baptize one resident, which is great at our church at Calvary Chapel South. She's doing well. We presented the gospel. We had multiple churches partner, so they would just get the truck from Showwear Center. We had a truck at Showwear Center, the big ice hockey rink down in Kent. Yeah. And I just, became friends with the mayor of Kent and said, hey, how can we serve the city? I need a space to work out of because this is getting too big for my doing. And God just did it, and He just provided all the resources, all the finances. He provided a truck rental for 2.5, 3 years from Penske. And we just serve the city, and also churches got involved. So churches would take the truck and go to their apartment complexes and just bless them through that ministry. And so God is doing some incredible things, and God's not done with the city of Kent. God's not done with the city of Seattle or Auburn. I mean, it just takes your church to get involved in the city and love people for Jesus.
I absolutely love everything you just said. Now, I'm curious, are people curious? So when you're reaching out and helping them in practical ways, do they ask you questions about the Lord?
I think, yeah, they do. And so there's like, why do you do the things you do? And I say it's all because of Jesus. What Jesus has done on the cross in my life and in my own journey with the Lord, it's been incredible. And so people just, we get to pass out some church invites, whether that be an Easter invite or a Christmas invite. We get to partner with the city and just add to what the city is already doing. And we're just saying, hey, we're loving Jesus, we're loving people, and we're partnering with the government to say, hey, let's work together to solve the issues at hand and say, hey, let the church respond. I love what Leonard Ravenhill used to say, the world out there is not waiting for a new definition of Christianity, but a new demonstration. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Because I think it's so important for the church to respond in real time and say, hey, how can we make a demonstration of Christ's love in our cities? And that's really cool.
Matt Roark, who co-founded We Love Kent with Jesus. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you'll be a regular. You're amazing.
I would love to. I'd love to. And God bless what you guys do at Spirit 153. We love to support you guys. And thanks for doing what you do.
Oh, God bless you, brother. Thanks for your time.
Hey, blessings. Take care.